Hi, I'm Harry Wright, and you're watching Autism 101. I'm an autistic comedian based in the UK, and this is a web series I'll be doing every week throughout a UK lockdown. We'll be looking at different facets of autism, how it can affect your life, both for the negative and for the positive, and some of the things you can get away with if you're autistic, because that's definitely how it works. I'll be looking at a different aspect of life of autism each week, some fun sketches, some clips, some top ideas for you, 101 top tips on what life of autism is like. I'm going to be recommending something each week by an autistic creator. So an artist, writer, comedian that's autistic or works closely with autistic people, and where you could check out some of their work, because our voices definitely need signal boosting at this time. So I hope everyone's doing all right and everyone's family are doing okay. I've been thinking a lot about sports this week. I am a gay man that likes sports, a very oppressed minority within our own community. It was harder coming out as a gay sports fan than it was as gay in the first place. That was the more difficult of the two. Now, I like quite macho sports. I like boxing, wrestling, UFC. But sometimes boxers and fighters have some pretty unpleasant views. Now, there's a world champion boxer called Guillaume Rigondeaux, who has a little daughter who's autistic. And I understand his concern as a father, but he's spent his career promoting some pretty dodgy cures for autism and some alternative medicines and things like that. Now, if anyone's watching it isn't aware, autism is not a disease, it can't be cured, it's a neurological condition, and, some great people have gone on to do amazing things that are autistic. Bill Gates is autistic, Dan Aykroyd's autistic, there's loads of us. So when Rigondeaux says that he's an autism fighter, not sure how I feel about that. He goes around with it on his trunks as well, on his boxer shorts. Autism fighter. Surely if you're an autism fighter, your music would play an exact 7/4 time. You'd know the exact angle and metric of every punch you throw. I'd like to take that role on. I'd like to say that to Guillaume Rigondeaux. And after that, I'll be world champion in an instant. I'd come down to the ring, my music would be playing, I'd be out there, be ready. The referee would ring the bell, and I'd walk up to him and I'd say, actually, it should be autistic fighter or fighter with autism. Autism fighter is a grammatical anomaly. And then I'd adopt his little daughter and we could go around together fighting crime. Hey guys, so I just want to show something very special to me. This is my collection of tube maps. Yeah, here we are. I'm definitely a transport autism guy, a transportist. Yeah, there's a lot of us, pretty common. I'm into trains. Don't know if you can guess. Now, I can't travel at the moment, so I'm not quite sure why I've got these. But I may or may not have spent 7 hours today trying to plot the quickest route from Surrey Quays down here to Turkey Street, all the way up here. Mainly, I just love it so much because it's called Turkey Street, obviously. But I don't know if it's a problem that I've done this all day and haven't eaten since 8 o'clock this morning. Not sure whether that's good or bad. Sometimes I think that my obsessive nature, gets in the way of my life. But then I remember, that's not nearly as long as neurotypical boys spend playing Football Manager in one sitting, so I think I'm doing fine. Right, enough of all the silly stuff. Normally, as you know, I would recommend something by an autistic creator each week, so a writer, comedian, poet who's autistic and try and amplify their voice a bit. This week, I don't really feel I could do that. Yeah, just donate to Black Lives Matter, guys. Just donate to black people and black causes and try and buy black where you can. I'm going to be putting a link in the video description where you can do a match donation you can make to 39 different bail funds. You can split your donation between all of them, much like putting an acca on the football. I'm also going to be putting up a link to a conversation that the brilliant black comedian D.L. Hewley had with Trevor Noah a little while ago now. D.L. Hewley's not autistic, his son is autistic, and he made some very salient and very funny points about how his son, as a black autistic young man, operates in the world and the difficulties he faces. That conversation is well worth checking out. I'll put it in there. Normally, I would say, yeah, like and subscribe and follow at H Wright Comedy on all social media, apart from the crap social media. But yeah, I don't want to make this about my voice, so I'm going to be using those platforms over the next week to try and promote work by black autistic people. So yeah, as much as I can, really. And so yeah, if you find H Wright Comedy, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, I'm going to be spending the next week promoting as many black autistic artists and what they're doing as I can. And yeah, just every little helps, guys. I mean, it may seem like it's it doesn't matter, but we've all got a lot of learning and a lot of unlearning to do. It's a long process, it's going to be long haul, but also it can't be too long because, you know, people have been killed while they're waiting for us to catch up. So, yeah, there's so much else I could share, and just keep yourself safe out there, and see you next week.